Let me guess, you lot want some FIFA coins? Well, you better head over to Goldar right now and use my discount code Gonth for some of the cheapest coins you will ever find in your whole life. So, as you can probably tell from the title, lads, today we're going to be going with another squad builder. Now, usually I like to sit back and make a load of jokes. Usually I like to sit back and take the piss, rip the shit out of players. I tear footballers new asses. But today's video, I think I'm gonna go for a more mellow approach. We're gonna be taking a look at some of the most emotional, heart-touching, tear-wrenching, like I just make up sayings. Tear-wrenching. Is tear-wrenching a thing? But you get what I'm saying. We're going to be going with some emotional moments that we've all seen in football. From football tributes to disabled people meeting their all-time heroes. You're going to witness everything in today's video. Now, as usual, I want to thank this guy for suggesting me the team. Lads, if you have any good ideas or suggestions for squad builders for me to make, just like this one, make sure to leave your comments in the comments below. As usual, I am always reading and replying to your comments. So, go ham, leave as many as you want. Also, leave a like on this video. Please. Like, I'm begging you to leave a like. Do you know what? If you leave a like on today's video, I am gonna give one of you lucky people a Duracell battery. It's real, it's legit. You can see if that zooms in. I don't think it's gonna zoom in, but that is an actual, real Duracell battery. Just that I've licked. So like the video and you can win this. Starting us off in goal, lads, we've got a dude called Vuković. I'm not sure if I've shown you this clip before, but it's touching. It's actually quite touching. It's not the most emotional moment you've ever seen in your life, but it's a respectful, touching moment that went down on a football pitch that I had to include. Now, as you can see, there's a load of birds on the pitch. A football hits one and breaks his leg. All the rest of the birds fly off. That's quite sneaky from those birds. They just fly off and leave their pal on the floor. But luckily, the goalkeeper walks over, they put the ball out of touch, and this is just a nice little thing to do. Instead of being a nasty, angry goalkeeper, I know a lot of goalkeepers that would have picked this bird up and thrown it. You then grab the bird, walked it off, give it to the physio, and they petted it to make sure everything was okay. That is, come on, that's a beautiful little thing to see. It's not often you see footballers with that much patience. Moving up to our defence now, we have got Juan Mata. Now this is what I like to call straight up beautiful. It is just lovely to watch when footballers have a heart. Because a lot of people think the footballers are bastards, footballers are wankers, footballers are self-pretentious wankers. They're clearly not. Juan Mata walks over and surprises a disabled fan. I mean, that is just such a nice thing to do. Look at this little kid is in aura. He just met one of his biggest heroes, and he even gets a picture with him. Like, that is, come on, that's beautiful. And it just goes to show, players like Mata, don't always paint them with the same brush. Not all of them are wankers. That is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful clip. And next to Mata, we have David Luiz. Now, there's been a lot of different times and different moments that David Luiz have shown respect, have shown heart, and have shown that he is actually a very good human being. And this is another similar one to Juan Mata. It's just lovely to watch. David Luiz takes time out of his Brazil training session to go and play keepy-ups with one of his disabled fans. And this little disabled fan is actually really good. Look at this. I can't even do that, and both of my legs work. That is absolutely ridiculous. You must have done about 15 keepy-ups, but to take time out of your training session to go over and do that, that is absolutely unbelievable. And this is why people love players like David Luiz. This is why players love people like Juan Mata, because they've got a heart. And then finally, to complete the defence, we've got a slightly different clip. It's to Stegen on his very last game for Borussia Mönchengladbach. This guy played over 100 games. I think he was one of their most capped ever players. So for him, obviously, to leave, it would have been very, very, very emotional. And I'm going to show you. As you can see, he meets up with the directors, the chairman, the manager, everyone's there. He gets a big bouquet of flowers, and he also gets given his very first goalkeeper gloves that he used when he first played for Mönchengladbach. They framed them and give them back to him. That is such a nice touch. And as you can see, ter Stegen tries his very hardest not to cry, but within a few seconds, his head goes down, and of course, the waterworks come out. You're leaving your boyhood dream club to go and play, of course, for Barcelona to better your career. Believe in the club that's always treated you well, looked after you from a young boy. You're obviously going to cry. Ter Stegen's very, very, very last game. We then move up to the midfield, lads, and first off, we've got Marcelo. Now, I am going to warn you, this is where it gets extremely emotional. We all remember the plane crash. I'm not even going to attempt to say the name, because now is not the time to butcher names, to make a joke, or to make light of something that happened that was very, very emotional and touching to a lot of people. So I'm not going to bother, but you know what, the plane crash killed a whole Brazilian team. Now Marcelo being Brazilian himself, this touched him, and I'm going to show you a clip. There's a minute's silence from the whole Real Madrid team, and as you can see, Marcelo, he just can't hold the tears back. You can imagine being a Brazilian boy growing up, he probably knew some of the players. It would be a horrible, just emotional, draining time for anyone Brazilian, for any of the family. It was horrible even for us. For a Brazilian football team who had just previously won the league to lose their whole team, almost, pretty much their whole team in a plane crash. I think 2 or 3 survived. Can you imagine the devastation? We've then got Zlatan Ibrahimović. Now, it's not often we see Ibra upset. It's not often we see Ibra in the same sentence as emotional, because this guy's not only making other teams emotional with the amount of goals and shit he's doing. It's a short movie made by a car company, and they just go to show Ibra walking through the towns of Sweden, go into the Zlatan court that he funded, and it's just I'm gonna let you watch it. It's quite emotional. He then goes to hang up his shirt, and that's his way of saying goodbye to the Sweden international team. Ibra, of course, being Sweden's top goal scorer of all time with 50 goals. It must have been a very hard goodbye, and I'm not sure Sweden will ever replace Ibra. Football will find it hard to replace Ibra. Moving on from Ibra, we have Angel Di Maria. Now this clip is, without a doubt, up there with one of the most emotional in the whole team. I'm not going to speak too much, I'm just going to let you watch it, but Di Maria actually cries on camera. He actually gives an interview 3 days after his grandma had passed away. Now, Di Maria was very close with his grandmother and bursts out crying instantly when the reporter asked him questions, and it's just hard to watch.
A uno lo critican cuando te acabas y cuando le pasa todas estas cosas.
When someone dies, nothing can bring them back. Respect to Di Maria for giving that interview 3 days after the death of his grandmother. That, I don't even know how you would pull yourself together and play, never mind give an interview, but play football. That's respect. Moving on to the other side, we have Willian. Now when Willian scored against Man City, him and David Luiz, of course, both being Brazilian, paid their respects to that Brazilian team that sadly lost almost their whole team in the plane crash. As you can see, Willian and David Luiz both wore black bands and held them up to the Chelsea fans after they scored. And everyone paid their respects. Everyone around the whole stadium paid their respects. But now, lads, of course, we move up to the attack, and we have the best attack that you will ever see in your whole entire life. Messi. Woo! 98 rated, Ronaldo, of course, 99 rated, and then of course we have got Neymar. We're going to start with Neymar, because this was one of the cutest emotional moments Neymar have probably ever gone through. I've shown you this clip in one of my previous videos a long time ago. I'm going to show you it again. Back in 2014, I think it was the World Cup, when a little South African boy stumbled onto the pitch. He was looking for Neymar. Neymar then comes over and actually grabs him. Look at this. Neymar grabs him and takes him around the pitch. If that is not one of the most beautiful moments, man. Look at the kid's face. Look at his face. He's in aura. He actually then introduces him to the whole Brazilian team, and they all throw him up in the air. And then he gets a little selfie with Neymar. That is, come on, man. Tell me footballers don't have hearts. He's even thrown up the deuces. What a little G. We then move over to Messi. Now, what Messi did was he was on Twitter and he saw the picture that went viral of the little kid who made a plastic bin bag with blue stripes and put Messi number 10. Messi saw this, it obviously touched him. He then introduced the little kid from Afghanistan, brought him all the way over, and then let the little kid walk out holding hands onto the pitch with Messi himself. As you can see, Messi has brought him all the way over, and this kid is in aura with him. That's your hero. He's got to be about 5 or 6. and he's hugging him, he doesn't want to let him go. But can you imagine, you've gone from wearing a plastic bag with your hero's name on it to actually walking out on the pitch holding hands with your hero. And then finally, the cutest thing about this whole video is the referee tries to tell the kid to get off the pitch and he runs straight back over to Messi and holds his hands. Now, if you don't find that cute, if you don't find that respectful or even a little bit emotional, you haven't got a heart. You're a sicko. I thought that was one of the nicest things a footballer like Messi can do. And then finally we move on to Ronaldo. Some like to call him the best player in the world. Some like to call him arrogant. Some like to call him a prick. Some people say Ronaldo is a bit of a dick. Well, I could show you clip after clip after clip of Ronaldo doing respectful, nice things for his fans. And this is just another moment where Ronaldo didn't have to do this. Ronaldo didn't have to put himself in danger. As you can see, Ronaldo's about to get back onto his bus after the game. A fan breaks through and he just wants a selfie. That's all he wants. He's screaming over to Ronaldo, can I get a picture, can I get a picture? This guy is getting dragged away from stewards, security, and Ronaldo walks over to him. Now, a lot of people would be arrogant, a lot of people would be scared, thinking, is this guy going to attack me? I don't know what this guy's going to do. But Ronaldo walks over to him, gives him a little hug, and takes a selfie. Like, what? That is such a nice touch for a footballer of Ronaldo's caliber to do. He doesn't have to do that. He didn't have to do that, did he? Look at this. And that guy is probably left the most happiest person in the world. You've just got a selfie with Ronaldo after having a fight with about 6 stewards and police guards. That guy got a bat, he's probably going to go and batter him around the corner. So whenever you think that Ronaldo's a prick, whenever you think Ronaldo's a bastard, think back to the times when he did things like that. He's a good guy. But that is going to wrap it up for today, lads. It's been a bit of an emotional one. It's been a different style squad builder. I haven't ripped players, I haven't cracked as many jokes. It's been a harder commentary for me to do because literally the majority of these clips that I've been watching, I've got goosebumps and felt a type of way myself while recording it. Now, if you have enjoyed this squad builder, lads, and want me to do more just like this, remember to leave it a thumbs up. If any of you have got any good ideas that you want me to do, make sure to leave your comments in the comments below. But as usual, lads, hope you've enjoyed, and I'll speak to you all next time. Peace. Hey, some keepers save with their legs, some keepers save with their hands. Jordan Archer saves with his head. With his head! Wow! Even the opposition team is like, what the fuck?